Hello, fellow warriors against consensus reality, lovers of truth, wisdom, the esoteric path, slayers of two-faced, hypocritical, backstabbing gobshites, lovers of irreverence and sarcasm, the most sacred of the human expressions. It's a Monday morning. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's autumn, and fuck, I love this time of the year. No noisy gobshites, and I must say, with all truth and fervent expressions of joy, fuck, I love living alone. It makes my lone wolf hermit heart glad. I'll put it that way. And imagine, if you will, before I go on, on Facebook, one of the when you post something on a certain day in time, it comes up again, and one that came up caused me no end of laughter. I don't remember now the details. It was a number of years ago now. However, it may have been online somewhere or at work where I used to work. I don't remember, but I remember someone saying, and I quote, "Your accent isn't Australian enough," unquote. And of course, my response caused them shock, no end of shock, when I said, "Thank you for the compliment. I very much appreciate that." I wasn't born here. This is not home. This is not my country. This is not. Yeah, no, it never will be home. Not once in my almost 51 years have I ever called myself Australian. Not once. Not once have I ever held up the Australian flag in any way, shape or form. This is not my country. From when I came here, I felt like a stranger in a strange land. I felt like I woke up in an alien world. This is not my land. There is no Australian patriotic whatever in me whatsoever. Well, considering how small I was, I really had no choice coming here, did I? But there it is. But you can take the boy out of Europe, but you can't take Europe out of the boy. That's all I'll say. But I just find it hilarious because usually the expected response is defensiveness and backtracking and no, blah, 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 blah. No, I smiled calmly. I said, "Thank you very much for the compliment. I appreciate it." And considering how much racism I got throughout school, especially high school, wow. From these racist pink-skinned cunts, yeah, you will forgive me if I have less than ideal feelings towards this country. I do what I can. I cocoon myself in my own little world. And especially in this fucked up 1984 world we're living in, where they've even come up with the Ministry of Truth. You're fucking kidding, right? It's supposed to be a warning, not an instruction manual. George Orwell would be turning in his grave right now, for fuck's sake. But that is what it is. No, it's I suppose what I talked about just now sort of fits into what I'm about to talk about. And imagine, if you will, as I said earlier, imagine, if you will, a world where people live with integrity and honour, truth, justice and the Hellenic way. And with being truly loyal and honest, and where their yes is yes and their no is no. And when you tell them something, you know that it will go nowhere else. Imagine a world like that, a utopian world like that. Unfortunately, we don't live in a world like that. We live in a world of Me Too and believable women. Yes, that's what I'm going to talk about today. This Johnny Depp and Amber, I'll call her Amber Cunt, shall I? This Johnny Depp and Amber Cunt situation has really pissed me off. Especially, not so much if the situation itself isn't bad enough and the implications of it, i.e. a man spending so much money, of his own money, to get even just a small crumb of justice. Whereas if the genders were reversed, no problem. You're in jail for the rest of your life, and the whole world sympathises with you, victim of domestic abuse. And yes, whatever you want, we'll hand it to you on a silver platter, right? No, but Johnny Depp's not getting that. He's getting people like Drew Barrymore laughing about his situation. Because, of course, when a man goes through something like this, it's cause for amusement and derision. And then I wonder why male victims of domestic abuse keep their mouths shut because of this reaction. And you people constantly bleat on about gender equality. When can we expect some of that? As you could probably know by now, those of you who have seen, who heard a few of my videos by now, I make no bones about detesting the typical modern woman. With a passion, I absolutely detest modern women. Oh, you're a misogynist. Yeah, I am. I fucking hate modern women with a passion. I do. They can't. They're lying, hypocritical, promiscuous, drunken cunts. Yes, good old-fashioned girls still exist, and as I keep saying, they are very, very rare. And if one happens to enter your life, you're really fucking lucky. They do exist, but they're extremely rare. And the thing that you must do is constantly remind them how absolutely fucking rare they are. But for the most part, they're an endangered species. That's right, you little gobshites. Go to school, you little cunts. So yeah, too many guys in MGTOW argue about terminology. A waltz, no waltz. You know, all women are like that versus not all women are like that. They do exist. These rare old-fashioned women exist, but they're extremely rare. You're likely to find a chicken with fangs than one of these women. But they do exist. They're out there. Unfortunately, very few and far between. Because most of them today are mouthy, two-faced, hypocritical, whoring, drunken, uncouth cunts. And those I detest. Which is why my one and only female friend is in her mid-60s. And a hell of a good friend she has been all these years. I tried friendship with a female around my age. No, all she did was do the flirty bullshit game that she played, and then retreating to her I'm so scared and unsure corner when you decided to take her up on it in a small testing way here and there. They are those kind of cunts, unfortunately, these days. Because they know that there's no consequences for their actions whatsoever. They can get away with absolutely fucking everything, and the man is going to be perpetually demonized and punished for their bullshit. That's the world we're living in. We're living in a world of Me Too and Believe All Women. And what has that produced? Amber Cunt. And not only was she not put in jail, but she keeps getting film roles. Right? No problem. She is let's get this straight. She is the perpetrator of the domestic abuse. And she's been mollycoddled, and they're there, it's okay, and here's a film role in Aquaman 2. Right? That's what happens. That's the kind of privilege that the modern female has. And you cunts want to continually, perpetually bleat about gender equality. When can we men living in 2022 expect some of that? How many shelters are there for women, domestic abuse victim women? All over the fucking place. How many are there for men? Nowhere. There are absolutely none for men. The only recourse a man would have in that situation is stay for a while at his friend's place. His male friend's place. There's no support. Breast cancer, the pink ribbon bullshit. How much funding and coverage does that get? A lot. How much does testicular cancer get? Fuck all. Fuck all. Okay? This is the kind of gender equality we're experiencing today. And imagine a man who doesn't have millions of dollars at his disposal like Johnny has. He's fucked. There's no way he can afford to get any kind of justice. He just finds any kind of peace, and probably at that point in time puts all his energy into not killing himself. Because most of us in the everyday real world aren't as fortunate as having millions of dollars at our disposal. So this is why the Johnny Depp case is very important for the rest of us, because if he wins, which he probably won't consider the world we're living in, but if he wins, then there's a small ray of hope that other men out there who are also the victims of domestic abuse may also get some justice. Because it is a crime. It is a terrible, cowardly crime, no matter who you are, no matter what you have between your legs. Any kind of domestic abuse, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, it's cowardly, and they deserve to be shot. And having been the victim of the mental and the emotional abuse, there's no way she would have gotten physical. I still have my size. But those of us who have experienced any or all of these forms of abuse from women know exactly what it's like, and know exactly the toll it takes on you and how long it actually takes to even think about getting over it. Especially when they decide to leave you on the day after your birthday. That's always fun, right? But it's cool because it's it's giving the price of our eye for the sake of wisdom, much like Odin did. And would I go through all that again? Yes. Because of who we become afterwards, if you allow yourself to grow and experience your own self-realization. You don't need to go to an ashram. You are your own temple. You are your own ashram. Right here, right now, wherever you find yourself. Like I was talking to the other day, an African taxi driver from not too long ago, from Africa. See, Africans from Africa are some of the nicest people you'll ever talk to. I had friends from Zambia once upon a time. They were really fucking nice people. They don't have the chips on the shoulder. They're really down-to-earth, salt-of-the-earth people. They really are. We had a good chat about life and the secret of happiness and the upside-down nature of today's world. It was a great chat. It was fantastic. And we were talking about how a person has the power to create their own happiness wherever they find themselves in their current circumstances if they choose to. It's as simple as that. It really is as simple as that. And taking any kind of traumatic, difficult, crappy situation that you have been or are going through in your life and transforming it into knowledge and wisdom. That's the fucking gold right there. Not like, I must say, I'm getting quite sick of the other two above mentioned, Better Bachelor and Strong Successful Male. You know, the making money and investing in this and an expensive car and all this kind of fucking crap. That's not what it's all about. You can be dirt poor living in one of those guest hostel places and find true happiness. So that's why I have a problem with these channels, and I really don't bother with them anymore. Even for the funny feminist cunts are getting their payback stories. Because it's all the same. Getting as much money as you possibly can and doing this and doing that, and you're doing really well, brother, and la 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 la. No, you could be dirt poor and be doing very well. So let's focus on that, shall we? I think I'll leave it there. It's Yeah, you want to be revolutionary today? I'll leave this parting thought. You want to be revolutionary today? How about some honour, integrity, honesty, loyalty in today's fucked up backstabbing world? That would be fucking nice, wouldn't it? From everybody, men, women, whomever. How about holding yourself to account for your own words and actions? Consequences for your own words and actions. How about that for a fucking wonderful idea, revolutionary idea? For fuck's sake. And as always, to speak the truth is a lonely path. The heathen hammer wielding, sarcastic, Karen triggering, lone wolf on guitar, out.